What's going on, guilty guys and gals? Welcome back to Stratu. Today we're pretty much finishing up the trial. I think we're going to find out who the culprit is. So, exciting. Oh, I have to turn it down. I've got it. I know how Taria disappeared and how the door suddenly appeared. Really? Sora! The point was that these two things happened at the same time. It wasn't that after Taria was gone, the door had appeared. I just got it. Taria wasn't actually there. It was a lifelike painting playing on perspective. It was because Taria had disappeared that the door was visible. Care to explain? Do you know why the culprit activated the sprinklers? They tried to wash the wall off through using them. Wash the walls? I didn't think any of us left were that conscientious. If I may get straight to my point, the door to the storage room was always there. The culprit had just simply hidden it by drawing on top of it. Draw? Wait, what are we talking about again? The Taria we saw in the West Broadcasting Room wasn't real. It was just a painting of the fainted Taria drawn onto the wall. You all fell for that? Hold on, that doesn't make any sense. If it was a drawing, we would have noticed right away. Trick art. So that's it. Right, Siora? Hey, Siora. Trick art? It's all a matter of perspective. It's something used in hyperrealism type art. You draw it on a plane, but it looks like it's in 3D. A good trick art can mess with our depth perception to create an illusion the object actually has depth. Bong. It does exist, but you know what I mean. Like Yurika said, the culprit had drawn Taria on top of the door. It was to make it seem like instead of the door, Taria's corpse lay there. I see. So if the water from the sprinklers washed away the drawing, then Taria's drawing on the wall would disappear, revealing the door that was originally there. But would that really be possible? For somebody we know it would be. And do we have any proof it was a drawing? It does sound like something that came out of left field. Oh, the rag! We still haven't used that yet. But if the Taria we saw in the West Broadcasting Room was real, then this wouldn't have happened. If I trace my steps back to reveal what exactly bugged me back then... You should have just thrown the towel out of the window, Iroha. Hangman's flashback. Oh, right, it's this thing. Alright. Go ahead. Do what you will. I can't believe it's Iroha. Actually, I can, because she's literally like the only person without plot armor at this point. Maybe Iruko, but she didn't do it, obviously. But it's very sad. I don't want My only hope is that through this, we can get to know Iroha a little bit more, you know? Oh my goodness, we're gonna die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you died. Alright. Come on, Sora. You can Hangman's flashback. This would be hard to keep track of. Like, no matter what. I know it's not even in my language, so there's like no way I could do it. But even if it was in English, like, that's a lot of cards. That's more than usual in this kind of a thing, right? It's 7 by 3, so that's 24. I guess that's just about normal, because I think usually it's 5 by 5, isn't it? Body discovery announcement. Oh yeah, it didn't play till we got to the other body. Right. Probably. I actually don't remember this, but that's probably true. I just thought it was because not enough of us actually entered the room before the sprinklers went off. But, you know, whatever. The body discovery announcement. Back then, I was panicking too much to notice, but something was off about it. When we broke down the door and entered the room, we four all saw Teruya's body. Yet the body discovery announcement wasn't made. Why was that the case? Because it was just a drawing and not the real deal. You're right. With 4 people discovering the body, the announcement should have been made. But the announcement was only made after we found the body again in the East Broadcasting Room. Little Hifumi Celeste magic on this one. Perhaps it was just the case that Teruya was still alive when you found him in the West Broadcasting Room. It's a good point. Although also not true. No, the corpse we found in the East storage room was cold and rigid. Only a few minutes had passed between when we first discovered him in the West and when we arrived to the East. If he had died during that time, his body should have still been warm and soft. Teruya was poisoned, right? I imagine he probably died ages ago. After all, you couldn't find him after searching everywhere for days, right? See, I was right. I agree. Teruya was probably kept inside the East storage room all this time after being poisoned to death. Wouldn't he smell? I know that's kind of like odd to say, but we were in that room, right? Wouldn't he smell? I don't know. The door to the storage room was hidden by paint covering the walls. So of course we couldn't find him. We didn't even know the existence of the place he was in. This is amazing. We've solved every trick related to the crime scene.
I wonder about that.
So, all we gotta do now is find the person who did it. The culprit's identity. Well, she's been quite quiet while we've been talking about this. Kinda ironic, isn't it? All this questioning about how they did it basically revealed who did it. I mean, do I even have to spell it out? We all know that there's only one person capable of doing this. It's exactly as Yuruko said. Mikado! No. The trick was only possible by one individual among us. Done. I wanted to talk more, but now that we've uncovered the truth, we have to reveal that person. The identity of the killer who murdered Teruya. I always like cases where the murderer's talent is like what pinpoints who they are, right? Like Leon's case. I brought that up a bunch of vacancy. That's funny. I brought that up a bunch of times before, how I like Leon's case, because only Leon could have done it. Anyway, the culprit who fooled our eyes through a hyper-realistic painting and killed Teruya? You've been silent for quite a while, haven't you? Iroha Nijui. I don't know how I'm going to do a breakdown as Iroha. This is going to be tough.
She always sounds like she's breaking down.
Wow, that's a suspended? I guess we do have 30 minutes after this, so... Wow, 30 minutes plus 5 minutes, so 35 minutes. Ooh, I can do quick maths. How are we only halfway done? Iroha, this trick could only have been done by you. You're the culprit of this case.
No?
Iroha?
Wait, this is all based on the fact that it was a drawing on the wall, right? But can we really be sure of that?
You haven't even used the paint rag yet. What is with you all of a sudden?
I just have a hard time believing it, that's all. Even if it's a drawing meant to fool our eyes. In the end, a drawing is a drawing. I'm sure there would have been clear discrepancies compared to the real thing. And we would notice, perhaps.
It looks like Mikado's defending Iroha, but I think 100% it's going to come out that he's like,
She's too stupid to have committed this crime. I was trying to save all of our lives, but I guess I underestimated you.
Something like that. We didn't have many chances to look at the painting to actually notice those differences. Before the case happened, it was just white paint covering up some wall, so we barely even took notice of it. I mean, you didn't take notice of it, so we wouldn't have taken notice of it. And even after, when the crime had occurred, we only saw the painting of Teruya twice. Though the video announcement, through the video announcement and when we actually broke into the room, right? Yes, and the former really shouldn't count, considering the subpar resolution and video quality. And because you panicked and ran. Even when we actually witnessed it with our own eyes, it was blurred with the creepy video from the projector. The room was dark, and he was far away. Definitely not enough for us to see through it as a painting from a glance. And since the sprinklers erased the drawing afterwards, we had no way of checking it thoroughly. But even with those limitations, you'd still need to be a real professional to fool us. And the only one with enough skill to produce such delicate paintings... Delicate? Produce such detailed paintings is you, Iroha. Iroha, if there's anything you want to object to, tell us now. Pretty soon her little whine is going to shatter glass. And my vocal cords.
What are you saying?
I don't know what that is, but it's weird. Whoa, she's vibrating like crazy.
Not the culprit.
Culprit? I'm not the culprit.
You know this, but Trigard is no easy task.
But aren't you the ultimate artist? I recall you bragging numerous times about being able to draw paintings of any genre.
It wasn't bragging. Even the ultimate artist has something I can't do.
I don't even know how to parse this. Iroha, though we've all suspected you for a long time, I can't say I feel good having to be the bad cop here. But if she really is the culprit, we can't let our feelings cloud our judgment. Let's prove that Iroha is the culprit. Oh, that purple. My eyes! My leg! Okay. Wow, they give you a lot, but it's the cloth. It's got to be the cloth. It's the only thing we haven't used yet, and it's related directly to what we're doing.
Teruya from the West was a drawing. That much is a given. The real Teruya was already dead inside the East storage room.
And you're the only person who could draw such convincing paintings, Iroha.
I'm not the culprit.
Then who among us do you suppose could produce such paintings?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hold on, I have one question to ask of you. Sora said the sprinklers had washed away the painting on the wall, but that would cause the paint to trickle down and wet the floor. Yet there was no clue explaining that. How do you explain this?
Yeah, what he said, I think.
It's the cloth. I think I get what people are saying now. Because I do like the actual murder done in this case. I just feel like the pacing of of what we're doing right now is a little bit awkward. Like, why would you not present the cloth first as saying, like, look, there was paint at the crime scene, instead of just supposing it was a painting without any evidence and then coming back to the evidence? I don't know. Seems weird. Anyways, be right back. I lost my pen. It's under my desk. Come back. Oh, I'm reading. There's no need to worry about the washed off paint. All the culprit had to do was mop the paint up with the prop cloth on the way.
Prop cloth? You mean that dirty piece of blanket on the scene?
Yes. I imagine it got stained from being used multiple times as a stage prop. That cloth was used to soak up paint that had trickled down from the wall. It was so stained that we didn't acknowledge the paint soaked on it before. But doesn't that paint stain make the theory of the culprit using the painting more concrete? Agreed. If it weren't for the painting, there wasn't any reason to put that there near the wall. Got it. As previously mentioned, the storage room door was already sealed by paint when we first investigated the city. It's kind of redundant, but yes. In other words, whoever did it was planning to kill Teruya right from the day we arrived here. That doesn't sound like Iroha, though. Iroha? You? So you really did kill Teruya?
No, I'm not. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a culprit. Wait. I actually came up with something. That's it. That's gotta be it.
Iroha? What are you saying?
Yeah, don't bully me. Yes, I thought of a way now. I got it. I can't be the culprit because... I didn't mean it like I came up with it now. I meant, anyway, I just have to tell you why I can't be the culprit, right? Then here I go. Let's go. Choose a painting. Wait, I mean, not paint. I don't even know what paint is.
Are these going to be translated? They're not. Oof. Actually, while this is going, instead of just wasting time here. Oh, wow, that was really fast. Okay, never mind. Oh, I might get there fast enough. Hold on, I'm almost there. This is it. Here it is, okay.
I know that. I'm the only one who can draw here. But I have an alibi. An alibi! If I was the culprit, I would have broadcasted that video too, right? But the room in the video was the West broadcasting room. I was in the East at the time. Yuruko's the witness. She saw me there after the broadcast in the East area. Even Yuki said so. My alibi has been proven. The only way from the West to the East is to walk around the way. Forget the paintings. I couldn't have committed the crime.
There, got it. No, Iroha. There's the connecting bridge. You can move between the two broadcasting rooms quickly using it. What? But Sora, the connecting bridge...
Sora, it seems you have forgotten about how the bridge isn't currently in operation. Did I not spend precious time ever since arriving on this island running about to tell you all how dangerous it would be to take the bridge?
He's right, Sora. Don't get me wrong, Iroha's the most suspicious one here, but that logic doesn't make sense. We couldn't use the bridge, so Iroha's alibi is sound. I'm not sure about that. Was the bridge really not in use?
What? What do you mean by...
Didn't anyone feel like there was something off about that bridge? Both when Mikado first told us about the bridge and when we were investigating it. Yeah, nobody ever tried it. I felt there was this strangeness to it. Strangeness? That was when I thought up a possibility. I was confident on it once we figured out Iroha's trick art. Yeah, didn't we make a note at the time, too, about how Mikado was telling us about it and not Monocro?
And Mikado's like, oh, it's just because I got rid of him.
But the problem is, there's no real way to prove it. Boom, ba-dum, bum.
If you're concerned about the investigation of the crime scene, it can be real loud if there's a majority vote to do so.
What?
If you're concerned about the investigation of the crime scene, it can be real loud if there's a majority vote to do so.
Yeah, I heard you, but why hasn't that ever been established before?
Now hold on. Monocro, you're not supposed to...
A re-examination, you say? So an investigation is still possible during the class trial?
The class will be given a chance to pause the class trial and re-examine the crime scene under the majority rule.
Since when did we have such a rule in this system? Boom, ba-dum, bum. Everyone, this may be our chance to solve the mystery of the connecting bridge. Monocro, please allow us to reinvestigate the connecting bridge one more time.
You need a majority vote to proceed.
Did you not hear me? I told you to wait, you useless bird! What do you even think you're doing? I never gave you the administration rights to do things like... Wait. I see. The reset.
Don't know what he's muttering to himself about, but why is he acting so flustered about all this? Are you the real culprit, Mikado? This is getting really fishy, Sora. I'm all for it. We need to give a second look at the bridge. Same here. We already have majority, so...
Everyone, shouldn't we just focus on the trial? We now have a majority vote. The class trial will be paused immediately, and we will move to the corresponding room.
Well, here we go. Well, what was that? That was the elevator. We really left the trial grounds. I mean, it is still the same building. Well, all we had to do was go up the elevator after all. Sora, watch out! Don't just walk out of there. You could, like, feel it with your hands or something. No, I'm going to be fine. This is like the Byakuya thing where you asked him to drink the poison. Don't actually drink the poison, Sora. Like, just check it out first.
There's no door on the other side. See, what did I tell you? The bug is still present. Now how about we leave this dangerous place?
Look at me carefully, everyone. Is that your handbook?
If that gets destroyed, don't you get killed?
I'm going to throw this onto the bridge. What? But Sora, it'll fall down and break. Losing your handbook is against the rules. Let's not do anything reckless. Just throw one of these mop buckets that's right beside us or something. No, if my theory is correct, we won't have to worry about that. What do you mean?
The bridge is there. The bug is you just can't see it. They didn't put textures on the top. They only put it on the sides.
What? I knew it. Wait, Sora, are you really going to... As you can see, you can cross the bridge. They use the same trick that they only use the broadcasting room. What? They use the same trick that they used in the broadcasting room wall on this bridge. They painted on the floor, wall, and ceiling of the bridge to completely mimic the outside scenery.
Okay, come on. You could have just done computer...
For real? Hold on.
That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all. The Truya thing would work. I believe in that.
You're right. It was a drawing all along. You can literally rub the paint off. Once you go on the bridge, the illusion of the drawing is gone.
I guess we all really only looked at it like once.
Trick art is designed to fool you only if you look from a specific angle. If you look in front of the bridge entrance, it looks like the bridge has disappeared from that angle.
Except, you know, the clouds wouldn't be moving. You wouldn't feel a breeze. You know, all these things.
But from this angle, it doesn't look anything like the real scenery. How did you figure this out, Sora?
Also, if you looked from the other door, wouldn't you be able to see the bridge? Or do they have two trick arts that converge in the middle, in which case you would be able to see the other side? You know?
Of course, I didn't have a hint of doubt at first. I wouldn't have even dared testing it. Even I myself was fooled. When I first opened the door to this bridge, I felt it through my brain. The feeling my body was about to drop from this height. But I finally realized what the strangeness that I felt was when Mikado caught me from falling. There's no wind blowing here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it was. This is a building of extreme height. If there was no bridge and only an open space, you'd expect a strong breeze just due to the altitude difference. But that was just a hunch, so I was about to further test it during the investigation. Then I ran out of time thanks to Mikado. And when we figured out that the culprit had used paintings in their murder trick, it all came together. I immediately thought of the possibility of this being the case.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
I see. Me and Yuki never actually checked the bridge out ourselves. We had no idea.
I guess that at least makes sense.
Only Sora was able to come to this conclusion since she was the only one who checked the bridge. With her own eyes. Still, I feel like Sora could have put a little bit more brain power into it and kind of solved everything before it even happened. Well, we all did have a lot of stuff going on when we arrived here. That's true. And this proves that the connecting bridge was usable when the crime had happened. Well then. We're back. Iroha, I've waited until the long elevator ride down here to say this. What do you have to say for yourself? Say something! Come on, we're all waiting here. So, I guess it's confirmed then. There's one thing that's bugging me, though. If Iroha's the culprit, that means she even came up with the locked room mystery trick with the projector, right? But do you really think that's possible with her brain? Well, she is kind of an idiot, I guess.
You're not making me feel much better about myself. You're right. How can a hopeless idiot think of something that's smart?
You're really gonna go that low? No, everyone. It's possible. Because she wasn't doing it alone. This case wasn't done by Iroha alone. There was an accomplice. Is that so? You're really carrying this case, Sora. Think of the connecting bridge we found just now. As you know, the bridge was made invisible using trick art, but it was always there. The reason we didn't question the bridge's existence was because someone told us the connecting bridge was bugged.
I don't know what you're talking about.
With that, we have our conclusion. The person who fed us false information about the bridge, they're the accomplice in this case. Boom.
It was Teruya! Hey, don't bring me back into this.
Wouldn't you agree, Mikado?
Don't look at me.
Mikado's an accomplice?
No.
Oh, she can't sell him out. If she does, she breaks the rules and gets executed anyway. That sucks. Why did it take me so long to realize it? Every time I got near the connecting bridge, Mikado has stopped me somehow. When I first opened the bridge entrance door, when I tried to visit the bridge during the investigation. Yeah, I know.
But my, that was a close call. You would have definitely felt your doom if it wasn't for that one super awesome wizard guy that can also teleport. Well, I'm doing my earnest best to figure out what happened during the case, so I have a question for you.
So he was always on the lookout. That way nobody would figure out the truth about the connecting bridge. Seems like a lot of work for that one thing. If we didn't know about this world's existence as a virtual reality, we wouldn't have believed his lies.
Wait, so did he openly admit to this world being a virtual reality just to lead us to that conclusion?
I don't know if he calculated that far ahead, but Mikado is definitely an accomplice for this case. That's for sure.
Whatever, accomplices don't get punished, loser. Now hold on, all I did was inform you about this world's rules. I myself knew nothing about the connecting bridge.
What do you mean you knew nothing? You clearly set this up with Iroha.
There's actually another piece of evidence that proves you were teaming up with Iroha, Mikado. It also has to do with the paintings. Care to explain, Sora? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. As previously mentioned, the storage room door was sealed the day we had arrived. But don't you find that a bit weird? When did the culprit have time to paint that wall?
Huh? Well, didn't you say the culprit had to have planned the murder as soon as they arrived here?
Well, the culprit didn't plan it. Somebody else definitely did. No, that can't be it. When we arrived on this island, it was already midnight. Monocro said that the twin buildings were off limits during midnight, remember? And that was another lie by Mikado. What? So that was Mikado's lie? But that's Mikado's lie, wasn't it? I knew something was up when I first heard that rule. So arbitrary. I glossed over it at the time since it was Monocro who announced it, but he specifically said the rule is going to be enforced as the same level as the school rules. But why would he say that? If he wanted to ban it, wouldn't it have been better to state it in the school rules? Directly? Good point. So, then this is how it went. Mikado and Iroha worked together from the start to murder Teruya upon arriving on the 5th island. And after they announced a false rule of not permitting entrance to the twin buildings, they went straight to work.
Yeah, it was weird when you really think about it. Calling us suddenly in the middle of the night to make us walk across that bridge. They were in on it the whole time.
Yes, the plan was likely executed by Iroha, but the mastermind was definitely Mikado. With this, we've broken through Iroha's defense of, I'm too stupid to think of all this. If there's any objection to the theory we've proposed, I'd like to hear it now.
Man, that was my trump card. Everyone was calling me stupid all game. I was at least going to use it to my benefit once. Well, why won't you trust me, everyone? Why would I team up with someone like this to murder someone? I would never. We were gonna just defeat Void together with the power of friendship, remember?
Yeah, well, wish we could, Iroha. I really wish we could. The power of friendship can't save you now.
Iroha,
Do you know why we're not surprised with you teaming up with Mikado? It's because we long suspected you to be the last Void member.
What? All this time I was hiding it was for nothing?
Yuruko. It's alright, Sora. I mean, there's no point in hiding it anymore. Iroha Nujui, you're a Void, right?
Eek!
I can't remember if the rule is she can't reveal she's a Void or she can't betray Mikado. Can't remember the exact wording of it.
No. I'm not a Void. It's a Void Shobai. He ran off, you see.
I wish it were true. Ever since Nikke revealed himself as a Void, your actions were undoubtedly suspicious. I mean, just your mannerisms, if nothing else. And by process of elimination, it's obvious that you're the one who pushed Sora off of Babel's tower.
I did do that one.
Wait a minute.
This is weird.
It's still too early to decide Iroha's the culprit. We still have...
Iroha? Oh dear.
What should I do? Mikado! You told me it wouldn't turn out this way.
Doom, 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 doom.
You shut your mouth! I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
But Mikado, you told me I wouldn't die if I did it. Please save me. You told me I'd live if I just listened to everything you said.
Should have never trusted him. I mean, he just murdered Nikke.
Alright, I get it. Shut up! Can't you see I'm doing my best to think of a rebuttal right now?
Mikado.
So, can we take that as a yes? You're a Void and the culprit?
Duba.
No, wait, no, that's not it. I'm not the culprit. I'm not a Void either. I just wanted to. I know nothing about this.
Resisting till the end, huh, Iroha? I kind of expected you to give up, if I'm being honest. She's basically admitted her crime at this point. Let's send her off with the final nail in the coffin. Ah, Sora, don't say that. That's mean. Makes me feel gross. I mean, well, yes and no.
You're wrong. You're all just bullies. I'm not a Void. I don't even know what that means. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Just give me a second. Oh, why would I be a killer? I don't know anything. Oh, why is this happening? I don't know.
I think I read all of them by this point. I think I got them all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh. She's drawing monochrome. I just realized that. Drawing. Painting. This game has ruined me. You don't draw a painting, okay? I've been trying to say that this whole time, but they just kept talking. You paint a painting. Draw a drawing. That's why those words are like that.
Please, I don't want to die.
That's a new one. Haven't seen that yet.
I don't want you to die either.
It's like Nikkei all over again, but worse because he didn't have a weird turn at the end that made me not like him as much. This is what prosecuting Mikon should have been like. Like, it should have been like this, where you're like, oh, man, why did you do it? I don't want to bully you into being evil. Or, I don't want to bully you to your death, but you were evil, you know? Dooba, 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 dooba. I didn't even talk about how it's Bob Ross. I didn't even talk about it. I just was like, yeah, it's Bob Ross. Didn't even say anything. Oh, now it's not Bob Ross. Now it's just a cute painting outfit. You guys will have to tell me in the comments what her faces meant. Because I'm pretty sure they were, like, letters, right? This is it!
Why would you believe me? I know nothing. Really?
Shield your eyes, children! Oh, that one's not so bad. Good. Oh, wait, no, that's the end of the episode. Well, sad face. Sad face initiated. I don't want Iroha to be the culprit. Even though I don't want... Well, okay, I'd be okay with Yuki going out. I don't really care about Yuki that much. But... I don't know. What I will say, though, is if our final four? Yeah, we're going down to a final four. I guess the first game ended with only 3 survivors, so that kind of tracks. But for a final four, it is pretty strong, you know? Utsuro's Vessel, Sora / Akane, Yuruko, the best friend, sidekick, and then Mikado, the villain. But I don't know. I'm going to miss Iroha. I'm going to miss doing all her,
Yeah, please.
you know? All the comedic characters are gone. That's what I'm saying, anyways, you know? Like, the only character I get any jokes out of that's going to be left is Mikado. He's going to be doing evil stuff. More evil stuff, anyway. I don't even have Shobai to make sassy remarks anymore. What am I gonna do? I don't know. It literally is gonna have to be Teruya's ghost. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Get it? So, like and subscribe. The final episode of Chapter 5 Straw 2 will be going up on Wednesday next week. Well, I'll see you when we get there. Bye for now.